How'd you feel? You beat me.
I felt good. Like I said, in 2 weeks, I'm happy with the progression I've made throughout this 2 weeks and throughout practicing. And I mean, like on there, I mean, I still have a lot to learn. It was the first big college scrimmage, so you know, I felt pretty comfortable. But like I said, there was mistakes made, some passes missed, and there's a lot to learn. So when I get back and watch the film, I'll be able to go through a lot of things and sort of see what I really need to work on. But like I said, happy with the progression I made in 2 weeks. So I mean, I can't expect myself to know the whole playbook. It's okay, Pete. I can't expect it's my brother right here, white brother. Can't expect myself to know the whole playbook, and I know I'm not expecting all that stuff. And by the end of spring ball, I'm hoping to have all of it down. But right now, I'm happy with the progression I made in 2 weeks, and I still know I have a lot of learning to do. Are
you the kind of person who evaluates yourself on the whole performance, or are there certain plays where you're still?
No, I'm sort of the type of person who evaluates myself on the whole thing. And evaluation. The evaluation on this one, it was alright. I mean, I expected to make mistakes, which I did, and there was some reads that I missed and stuff like that. It was the first big college scrimmage, so I wasn't expecting myself to go out there and throw everything and make every read and hit every target. But I was expecting, just to sort of see how far I've came in 2 weeks, and I'm pretty happy with how far I have came in 2 weeks. I can't, like I said, I can't expect myself to, know the whole playbook and have all the reads down and stuff like that. But what I do have right now, I'm pretty happy with the progress I've made, and I just know I need a lot more studying in this playbook, and I'll be fine.
The 2 long runs that you had, were those your call or were those designed?
No, those were like it was a read, so I'm reading the end. And if he bites down, I'm taking off running. So like I said, it was funny on the first one. I was talking to coach before the play. He was like, he always says 1 yard, get on depth. And I was like, all right, coach, just watch this one. So I go back, and then the end crashes, and I take off, and then I see something, and then everything was just like open. It was fun to run down the field. I mean, with nobody around, but like I said, it was a read. So the end crashes, I'm taking off, and a touchdown.
At this point, I mean, it's only been 2 weeks, obviously. Do you have to fight, the stigma of being a runner who throws as opposed to a thrower who runs?
Yeah, that's a big thing right now. Right now, I mean, it's sort of. I sort of have to run a lot right now because a lot of my reads, like I said, aren't really there. So if I do sort of feel a little pressure in the pocket, I'm taking off. But once I get the reads, then all the passes will start coming. But for right now, a lot of my legs are being used because all these reads are going so fast, and I don't have it down like to 100%. And like in 2 weeks, like I said, I don't expect to have it. But once I do have it, then the passes will start being there. Everything will start coming together. All the footwork, in college, I did realize, there's footwork to routes and stuff like that. High school you can drop back, throw the ball. And in college you have different footwork for different kind of routes, and you sort of got to make your progression. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, in 2 weeks, I've progressed far enough, or where I should be, but I haven't progressed to where I know all my reads, my footwork, dropping back and stuff like that. So that's what I'm saying. Right now my legs are being used a lot, and I'm running a lot, but that's only because I don't have all the reads down and stuff like that. And once I get all that stuff down, then the passes and stuff will start coming, and then everything will start coming together.
How'd you handle the line calls for protection?
I handled those all right. Like I said, if I saw somebody blitzing, I would think to myself, sort of realize, making sure he was kind, and then, if he was kind of for, then I was good to go. But the defense really didn't try. Actually, they did get me once when I think it got smashed by Nate Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. Yeah. The end ran back, and I was sitting there like, oh, and then Nate just smashed, and I was like, oh, jeez. I was like, oh man. But like I said, those are learning experiences, and I still got a lot to learn. But as I get better with this, I'll be able to pick up the protections easily. And once everything becomes natural, I guess that should be the word I should put it in. Once everything becomes natural, as in the drop back passing, you ain't got to think about it. Then everything will start coming together, and everything will be nice.
It seemed like those runs helped you settle down. Was that the case?
Yeah, like I said, at first when we started running and stuff, there was a lot of nervousness to get out. And then once we sort of settled down, got the runs going, and I felt sort of comfortable with what we're doing, then I felt really relaxed. I still, when we had passes and runs called, there'd still be, the thought of, okay, what are my reads and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as once I got into it, then I started feeling more relaxed, and then I could sort of go through everything pretty smoothly.